Hey, what's going on, guys? Money Making Joey back here doing another video for you guys, and this is going to be an interesting one because over the last couple of weeks I have actually released like 2 or 3 different videos on my channel where I was really looking to get a lot of different opinions from the as many drivers on the Uber and Lyft platforms that I can actually get. And those videos actually went very well. So now I actually have another question that I am going to pose to the community, and I actually received this as a comment on one of those previous videos that I made. And there was a viewer that left a comment, and he said that under no circumstances should you be taking shared rides via the Uber platform. And I say Uber specifically because I've been driving for some years. I do remember prior to the pandemic where shared rides were on the Lyft platform, but currently, ever since the pandemic, Uber just really started doing it. I don't, and someone correct me if I am wrong, but yeah, I haven't gotten a shared ride via Lyft since, prior to the pandemic. So we're going to leave this one specifically, for the Uber drivers out there, because going back to that viewer that left the comment, he said that you're a complete idiot if you're a driver and you're taking shared rides. Now, I am going to give my perspective on this, and you guys can definitely feel free to get down below in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this, because inside of my journey, inside of the rideshare industry, driving for Uber and Lyft, as long as I have had the option to take shared trips, I do take them. Now, when I take them, there are really 2 different reasons why I took them. It is a benefit, in my belief, with shared rides. Every single time that you pick one up, the customer only has a 2-minute time frame to get out to the car, or you can cancel that ride and keep it moving. Now, typically when I'm taking a shared trip just for this lenience, one thing that I will do is once that customer, the first person inside of that shared ride, gets inside of the vehicle, I'm going to turn off the request. So it will no longer pair me up to pick up a second person within that shared trip. Now, on the weekends, the new time period, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I won't do that. Because essentially what I'm looking to do, and this is another perk to doing the shared trips, is that when you're trying to complete a Quest promotion, each person that you pick up in that shared trip counts as a trip. So if I pick up a shared trip and it pairs me with 2 more people, that's now 3 trips that counts towards my Quest promotion. Now, the downside of me doing this and allowing more than one person to get into my vehicle is a little bit tricky. And I'm going to tell you something that I've actually experienced. There's 2 downfalls that actually happen with this. You have someone that could potentially be in a rush. And this happens where it's like, they thought that they were going to request a shared ride and they were going to have this shared ride completely to themselves. So now you get them, it puts you to someone else. They take 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to come out. You go pick up someone else and it winds up being double. Sometimes I've even seen it triple the time for your first passenger on how long it would have took them to actually get to where they were going. Now, that's one downfall. A second downfall that I would definitely mention is that now, if you have one person and you pick up 2 more people, you now have 3 different personalities in your vehicle. And sometimes that can come into a clash situation where it's like, you can have people arguing. And in most cases, what I've actually seen, you'll have one person with their headphones on in their own world. You'll have someone talking to a person on the phone, and they got this person on speaker creating noise. Then now you have this third person, they're on Instagram scrolling through their reels. They don't own headphones. I don't even think they knew they have headphones that even exist. And they have their volume on the max, so you just got a whole bunch of noise. That's a downfall. I've had other situations where one guy has some marijuana to sell. The other guy wants the marijuana, but he doesn't have cash. And this guy, he's like, do you take Cash App? This guy doesn't want to take Cash App. I got the other person sitting here, the third passenger, and they're probably completely in their head like, what in the world is going on? So, you know, it is some downfalls to having it. Now, when Uber, in the beginning after the pandemic, when they first introduced shared rides, they kind of brung it back in, I noticed, with ease, where it was like they typically didn't pair up as heavy as they're doing now, because I would say about 2 to 3 months after they reintroduced shared rides was like when, okay, you know what, if I pick up one, it's almost guaranteed that I'm gonna at least have 2. Getting 3 together doesn't really happen often, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now, the next perk, the thing that I actually like as a plus when it comes to shared rides, is that it kind of keeps you a little bit busy. Whereas now, let's say for me in my market, I'm in North Jersey, I could easily pick 2 to 3 different people up within the Jersey City area, let's say. And I'm getting paid all those minutes, all those miles while I'm picking the people up. And then coincidentally, all 3 people is leaving out of Jersey City and they're going, let's say, to Newark. We take this drive to Newark, and then now when we get to Newark, I still get paid the minutes, I still get paid the miles while I'm going around dropping these 2 to 3 different passengers off inside of Newark. Now, another thing that I do want to point out, as now I'm kind of going back and forth, but I just had a negative pop into my mind. So I gave you another positive, I'm going to give you another negative. And then we're going to actually leave the video here. And this is actually a big negative, something that all of you drivers need to be considering. Especially if you're a new driver, I'm going to go ahead and give you this heads up. A lot of times with shared rides, and I don't know if it's by accident or you have people that do this purposely. I know well, it might be 50-50, let's actually say, on those two. Because now, I have never got a request for a shared ride that had 2 passengers. It's always just to pick up 1 passenger. I would say at least 33% of the time, like it's a decent percentage, you'll have a passenger that requests a shared ride, but it's 2 people, it's 3 people. I've even had it be 4 people, where it's like, you requested a shared ride for 1. It's 3 to 4 of you guys. I had a guy even say, hey, I'll tip you. Can you just do it? I declined to do it just due to the fact of it's the weekend. I have a quest bonus to complete. If I take 2 to 3 of you guys, or even 4, what is going to happen when I get pinged to pick up someone else? I no longer have room in the car. These passengers are trying to save a couple bucks, and they're not thinking about that specific fact. Because I am not going to, if I'm looking to complete a quest and I take this shared trip and it's my intention to go ahead and pick up another passenger, I am not going to allow you, I'm not going to just shrug my shoulders and say, oh, you know what, just go ahead and get in. I'll turn the app off and I'll do it for you. No. I'll go ahead and I'll take the cancellation fee and just keep it on moving to the next. I know some people might look at it as, hey, you know what? It's not your money. Why should you care? The customer saved a couple bucks. But no, like, don't get me wrong. If I was going to turn it off anyway, that could be possible. But on the weekends, when I have a quest bonus to complete, guess what? I'm not going to do it, and that just is what it is. So Like in the last videos, it's very important because this is a very important topic when it comes to the rideshare industry. Let me know in the comments what you guys think on it. Give this video a thumbs up if you found value from it. And like always, if this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, do definitely go ahead and get subscribed to the channel. Money Making Joey, I'm out of here, and I will see you guys in the next one.